And the work of a regulator is not really liked because it's about telling people, hey, there's a mistake here. Hey, you're going offline. Hey, you need to stay on course. It's like the traffic police. The traffic police is not popular because you stop your car and you're in a hurry to get to your destination. Because I think actually where I've been even hated more or trolled more or even insulted, you know, if I was to use it loosely, is in creating a national conversation. But people don't see it that way. They will personalize. And of course, you know, the idlers and troll people on the media, on social media will troll you for all manner of reasons. Some of them are angry and they are bitter with their lives. And they project that bitterness on you. They think they are doing badly because you're doing okay. They are poor because you are rich. There's all this thing of Kenyans hating people who appear to be doing well or to be assertive or to be knowing their space. I actually believe with all my heart that first of all, to be able to do anything meaningful in life, whether you are holding a public office, whether you're doing private business, you must be a person of conviction and integrity. And those are personal values. If you don't have those personal values, it becomes even difficult to fit in the defined roles that are in the terms of reference. So I first come with this, as I am, with my values. And because I applied for the job and I said who I am. So yes, I have been a Christian for the longest. I've been a Christian Union leader throughout my school life, because the only issue about faith actually is about being accountable to somebody or to an institution higher than you. Faith is actually more critical than the law for me, because it helps me to try and do the right thing even when nobody's watching. And I think for me it's a plus rather than become a distraction to my duties. There's a sense in which I was thrown into the deep waters and the conversation then gravitated around me, but it was more about the timing. That I came from the Ministry of Information, of ICT, where I was the Information Secretary, and 2015 when this job was advertised, I came here at a time when we had just completed digital migration. And where I saw that we were going now to have an expanded spectrum. But also being a journalist, having practiced with the nation, I was Secretary General of KUJ, I was Director of Information. I also came from a background where I understand the power of the media. So there's a sense in which I would say I was the man of the moment. I could have been a victim of history and circumstances, but I came here when digital migration had just happened. And remember, I was right at the center of digital migration as Secretary of Information in the Ministry of ICT. So the things that we used to say in the boardroom that would happen is what I came to prevent. And so when I came, it was like the industry takes KFCB as just another, you know, you run off the mill regulator there to apeleke to, you know, fumes to go and lie. They were not quite keen on what is the philosophy behind regulation. And that's where I started here with my colleagues. I asked them, why do you think we exist? We exist to rate films and broadcast content. In fact, that time there was even a discussion as to whether broadcast content was our purview. And people were pushing it to the cinema theaters. Even the ministers, we were in different ministries then, and there is fundamental differences with very senior people who are saying, but I thought CA regulates the broadcasters. They license them. The only body that in Kenya that can determine suitability or lack thereof of content is Kenya Film Classification Board. I've done some bit of schooling. I've gone to school well and for a long time in the same area. You know, my master's and my PhD are in communication studies. So I was not coming from the streets. I came with a mission. So I asked my colleagues, why do you think we exist? We don't just rate. That's the easiest of the job. We exist because to rate films and broadcast content to ensure that they conform to Kenya's culture, values, and national aspirations. Get that.